Welcome back to the King of the Course series, where you guys, the viewers, send in your SCX24s. I run them on the indoor course competition style, and the top 3 trucks in each class take home some prizes. Today we've got a fun one. This is one of my favorite builds from Instagram that I follow. This is Michael's SCX24 Power Wagon, aka the Green Ranger. One of the coolest things about this video series is getting to see the rigs in person that I follow online and I really like. This is one of them here. This is Michael's SCX24 Power Wagon, the Green Ranger as he's named it. This is one of my favorite builds on Instagram, and to see it on the bench is super surreal. Seeing it in person and having it in the hand, this is super cool. Michael has significantly modified this thing. It's got a ton of aesthetic modifications. Definitely some serious performance modifications. Got a lot of weight to it, especially up front. I can feel it in the hand. He's emailed over the parts list to us, so let's check out and see what we got. So let's start with the exterior. This is the green Forest Service SCX24 Power Wagon. He's weathered it and beat it up, giving it kind of that worn, tattered, thrashed look to it. He's trimmed the fenders on it front and back. He's got some custom 3D printed parts here from Adaptive Designs. Shout out to Nick at Adaptive Designs, love his stuff. He's got the visor here from Adaptive Designs, the snorkel, and the bed cover. In the front, we've got some custom headlight covers, these kind of louvers over the headlights here. Michael's put on a SCX24 Jeep JLU bumper. He's also utilized the bumper mounts, but he's flipped it to give it the high clearance modification there. He's trimmed the front grille, it looks like, to get that to fit nice and snug. For wheels and tires, he's got Endura 1.0 beadlock wheels wrapped in these DJ Crawler tires. These are 60mm tires. Inside the tires, he's got the Endura silicone inserts, but he's modified them, kind of nipped and tucked them to give them a little more softness. They're very, very soft. They still retain the sidewall rigidity. These tires are well worn, man. I can tell that Michael loves this rig and has put some hours on it. Let's open up the body. What do we got going on here? So we've got an aftermarket chassis set up here. Looks like we got stock rails. He has incorporated a Grizzlyworks low center of gravity chassis kit here. That's a great kit, very inexpensive way to complement the stock SCX24 rails. Endura magnet mount up front. For electronics here, we are running the stock receiver, the 2-in-1 from Spectrum, but there is also a Lizard Pro here on the driver's side slider, which is necessary to run the Mofo RC SMP, the slow motion pancake. This is arguably one of my most favorite brushless motors of all time. Super, super smooth, very linear power from this thing. That motor's mounted up to a billet Little Guy Racing Parts transmission, all stock gear ratios and everything inside the transmission, but we do have a reinforced gear set here from LGRP. For suspension, Michael's got these 43mm double barrel shocks, friction damp shocks, running them upside down. We've got a number of rubber bands for limiting straps, front and rear. So we've got one rubber band at each shock up front to help control that drop. We've also got a band set up in the back to help control the rear as well. Underneath, high clearance Endura links front and back, metal drive shafts as well. We've got an Endura skid plate. For axles, running the aluminum Meus Racing isokinetic axles. Seeing a ton of these axles on these builds. These are definitely the most popular axles we've seen. We've got some printed skid plates on here as well for the diffs. In addition to the extra width from the axles, we've also got hex extensions on top of that. So we've got a lot of track width here. It's going to be interesting to see how the length of this plus the width gets around the course. 3Flow 9 rollerball steering link hooked up to the Endura 11 kilogram servo. For shoutouts, make sure you check out Michael on his Instagram and his YouTube. It's at RC Crawling. Same name for both. So at RC_crawling with a K. I'll put the handle down here below. I'll also tag him in the video description. Here we are on the corner scales with Michael's Green Ranger. 56% front, 44% rear. Slightly biased to the right with 51%. That's where the battery is. Total weight of about 646 grams. Onto the setup table now, checking out the RTI ramp travel index. Let's see how the Green Ranger flexes. Pretty strong, starting to come off there a little bit. No, we're still going. We're going to max it out. We're right at the end, 23 on the RTI. Now the side hill. Thing's pretty planted. I'm expecting some good numbers on the table. 40, 45, slid right off. Let's try that again. 40, 45, 50, 55 on the side hill. And now the vertical. Power wagons are always strong on the vertical because of the long wheelbase. Let's see how this does. 45, 55, 60. Starting to slide off there. 64 on the vertical. On the course with the Green Ranger, I've done some practice runs here. I'm going to give you guys my driving impressions before we hit the actual lines. It performs really well, I gotta say. I think those well-worn DJ crawlers really hook up. They are super soft. They seem to grab really well on the indoor course. Obviously, the long wheelbase of the Power Wagon helps tremendously with uphill climbing. We'll see how it does with getting through some of these narrow gates, but the turning radius from the Meus axles helping us out for sure. That SMP motor, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of that SMP. That Mofo slow motion pancake delivers great low-end power. Not a lot on the top, so we don't have a lot of wheel speed. So really going to rely on just kind of creeping around. And we're going to let those soft, squishy tires do their thing and let that torquey, slow motor drive us around. Oh, I would have just cleared that gate. It's interesting to see, again, if I can get through narrow gates like this with this long wheelbase. Very slow and controlled. I would have blown that one. This has been tricky lately. If I could save this. Oh, I am going to rescue it. I don't want to dump it off the table. The escalator seems to be the proving ground for trucks and tires in particular here. Super, super slippery. We're able to get a good jump up there. Let's see if we can get through this section. I'm getting some lift in the front there. I gotta get that front end to settle back down now. The back end has wandered over to the left, puts us in big trouble. Nope. Man, this is so tricky. Yeah, see, I just want the back end, pulls the back end over to the left, and then you're done. You gotta hook that front tire and then launch it. I don't know if it's gonna hold. Is it gonna stick? I think it is. I think it is. Oh, we'll have to remember that for future runs. And I do not want to slip off. Oh, jeez. I'm holding my breath here. The front end is pushing. I'm not getting the grab I need to line myself up for the rest of this line. This is tricky. Oh boy, this is going to be a tough one. There we go. I would have lost that gate, but we made it up. Let's see how we do on the decline. It's pretty well sorted. Got some hop there, but it's still that rubber band setup in the rear, keeping that front pulled tight. Come across the base of the chute. Very flat and planted there. And Hell's Gate. And I found the trick with Hell's Gate is to keep the momentum up. Keep the momentum up. And then get your tires up on that ledge. This is where a little more wheel speed would really help. I'm right there. There we go. And the same thing, keep the momentum, get to the top. Cool. All right, let's take the spin through the hot tub here, and then we'll go back up the canyon and get into our course runs. Really good through that section. All right. It does good on the canyon. These tires seem to grip that surface really well. See a lot of trucks struggle right there, push off to the left, but this thing grips really well. Nice way to finish there. Run number 1 with the Green Ranger. Here we go. Start the clock. Feel pretty good with this truck. I'm going to go straight to our first bonus gate if we get through here. With the long wheelbase, I want to be mindful not to hit that gate. Perfect. Do have to watch out for that bed overhang that seems to trip me up. There we go, clean through there so far. Those DJ crawlers hooking up, getting us through that. Nice, and that articulation looking good on the wall ride to clean that gate. I fell off. There we go. Trying to come out wide. This is challenging for these longer trucks. Oh, I think I made it. I just gotta not crash. Something is hooking me up over there. This has been taking out a bunch of trucks lately. Able to recover. Interesting approach there, but we made it. Head into our second bonus gate. Those tires really planting. They just go where I put the front end. They stick really well on this surface. Clear this gate, good. I'm gonna go through the hot tub here. This truck is long. Hopefully I didn't make a mistake here. I can wiggle my way out here. That was a... Probably want to do the flat part next time. That was a close one. All right, I'm gonna head into the escalator now. This was really tricky during my practice runs. I'm gonna try to creep it first. I'm already pushing off to the left on the bottom. Now I'm toast, there's no way. Try to get reset here. Oh, again, I realize once I get, there's that little pocket right there, right here. When you get that tire in there, you're smoked. So I'm gonna try to take a different way. Oh, toast. Oh, let me find a different line there. If I can shoot. Oh, I don't know. Oh, so close. There we go. Jeez, I'm dangerously close to that gate there. I do not want to lose the rear end. What is going on here? I'm stuck on something. Oh. Oh. All right, I'm gonna take the winch. I don't have my winch cable, but I'm gonna winch it. Bummer. Let's see, we can push it a little harder in the later runs, but that was tight. All right, do these. Oh, jeez, that was close. Get set up for the hot tub. I'm gonna be conservative here. I'm gonna take this easy line because I want the points, and I'm worried about going through the hot tub with this long wheelbase. Took that easy win on that gate. All right, up Hell's Gate, that was good. A little sketchy there. I gotta find a way to drop in here. Good, that was nice. Those Meus axles getting us through there pretty clean. Head through Articulation Alley, up the last gate. Good run. The Green Ranger. This is a great blend of looks and performance. Really like what Michael's done with the aged, kind of weathered, beat up custom hardbody with the SCX24 Power Wagon. But he's also got some great performance features in it. Love the flex and the articulation that this thing can put out. The power plant in it with the Mofo SMP. Love that motor so much. The combination works really well, and I was super impressed with the DJ Crawler tires. Those things grabbed on the indoor course, particularly on the Canyon, probably better than any tire that we've seen thus far, maybe with the exception of the Proline trenchers. All in all, the combination worked really well. We did struggle a little bit on the escalator, just could not find the right line to get up there clean. I could find a kind of unique line to come across the side, get up onto the ledge, but then I just couldn't make the final leg up that line. Had to winch it, took some penalties on that line every single time, unfortunately, and that hurt us from a points perspective. The Green Ranger still did good on the course, putting up a respectable -76 total score. That's good enough to put it into 6th place in the ultra competitive class 2. And again, big shout out to Michael over at RC Crawling. Make sure you give him a follow on social media and check out his YouTube channel, which I will put down below. Class 2 of this competition is really stacked, and we still got some great rigs still to come. So guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next video in the series, and give the video a like if you did in fact enjoy it. And as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for your time, and I will see you in the next video.